There's a creepy hotel in New York with one room that never opens. Room 1408? Since the hotel opened in 1912, 56 people have died in that room. Some jumped out the window, some overdosed, some hanged themselves, others mutilated their own bodies. No one has ever figured out what really happened inside. To stop more tragedies, the hotel sealed the room. But then came a writer, someone who specializes in ghost stories. He'd visited haunted places all over the country and had never seen a ghost. He didn't believe in the supernatural, so the moment he heard about this room, he rushed to the hotel and demanded to stay in it. The front desk refused, quietly calling for the hotel manager. The manager arrived with a polite smile and said they were offering to upgrade him to the presidential suite. The writer insisted, "I want room 1408. The manager invited him to the office for a talk, then dropped the smile and seriously begged him not to stay there. The writer wouldn't budge, so the manager pulled out a thick logbook. When the writer opened it, the first page was about the first victim, who died in 1912, the hotel's opening week, by slitting his throat in the bathtub. As the writer flipped through, each page revealed a different gruesome death. The manager said no one had lasted more than 1 hour in that room, but this only made the writer more curious. He said he had to stay, and if the hotel refused, he'd sue them. The manager had no choice but to agree, and even escorted him up. The writer asked if the room was filthy. The manager replied that they cleaned it once a month, quickly, with 3 people who never stayed longer than 10 minutes, and always kept the door open. Still, a few years ago, a cleaning lady locked herself in the bathroom. When they finally got her out, her eyes were gone. On the 14th floor, the manager gave one final warning. The writer still didn't believe him, so he was left alone. As he walked toward room 1408, he flipped through the logbook, staring at the photos, each one bloodier and more horrifying than the last. He was totally absorbed. Suddenly, he realized he was back at the elevator. Was something trying to keep him away from the room? He closed the book, refocused, and walked again toward room 1408. Right before entering, he saw a mom and baby going into the room next door. Everything looked perfectly normal. He finally arrived at room 1408, inserted the key, turned it, opened the door, turned on the lights, and everything looked normal. He gave a cold laugh, shut the door, and started inspecting the room. The TV was fine, the toilet paper was fine, the minibar was fine. It was just a little hot, the floor had some stains, and the paintings on the wall were creepy. He opened the window and looked outside. Everything seemed okay. Just then, the radio turned on by itself, making him jump. When he looked back, he was shocked. The bed had been made. He hesitated, thinking maybe someone was inside, and began searching the room, but no one was there. Then he noticed that the toilet paper in the bathroom had been replaced with a fresh roll. He started to feel the heat, realizing the AC was broken. So he picked up the room phone and called the front desk, asking them to send a repairman. They agreed. Now he was getting nervous. He turned off the lights and used a UV light to scan the room. There were blood stains everywhere.